Hi everyone, I am so excited to introduce ActivateGood's new executive director to you. So without further ado, let's meet our new executive director, Rose Thompson. What in the world? What do you have there? A lovely plant? Okay, what should we name it?
Activator.
All right, what kind of plant is this? This is a fake plant.
This is a fake plant.
Okay, that's fine. But
Off of the blooper reels.
our love for community is not fake. Only this plant, the Activator. Well, hi, how are you doing today?
Good, it's Monday.
It is. But by the time you're seeing this, it'll be a little bit later in the week because May 1st is Rose's first day as executive director. Are you excited?
And all the feels.
All the feels. We're going to talk about those feels. And the purpose of this video is to help people who don't already know the amazing Rose get to know Rose a little bit more. And I know a lot of you already know her and know how awesome she is. So this is just a recap for you. But I'd like to just kind of start with, let's get to know Rose a little bit. Where are you from? How did you get here?
Oh boy. Well, my family is from South Carolina, so I don't know how far back you want me to go with my history, but we went to Thompson University.
I know it's a big deal.
Fresh out of college. You know, I was in education for a while. And my husband's work had us moving all around the U.S. and for several years. And during that time, I found that nonprofits really connected with me and what I wanted to do. And there's also a lot of burnout in the nonprofit world. So it was very easy to transfer right into that career path. And at the time, that wasn't the case with education. It was a whole different world. So I, worked for a variety of nonprofits in South Carolina, North Carolina, Wisconsin, New York, and then I was a stay-at-home mom for a period of time. I have 3 kids. And then coming out of that stay-at-home mom period, I wanted to do something part-time, and that's what led me to ActivateGood.
I remember that. I interviewed Rose over 10 years ago now. What is time anyway? And I remember at the time just feeling really like, wow, she is way too good for us in this state, like too professional, like too good at this stuff. Can we even afford Rose? And we're very lucky that she accepted our humble offering.
I will never forget the first question you asked me.
Oh gosh, what was it? Because I might have forgotten.
Do you mind if we chew gum?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know if you know this, but we're very very chill over here at ActivateGood. So obviously we were very excited to have you all those years ago, but I'm curious, what originally drew you to ActivateGood's mission?
Yeah, so I just love that we work to support so many causes, and there are so many that I personally am passionate about, having worked with a variety of nonprofits, supporting education and mentorship and case management for at-risk youth back at the day. And, education obviously is very important to me, having been a teacher once upon a time. But I just love that, we help to support all the causes throughout the triangle, and love being able to connect volunteers to figure out what they're passionate about. And one of my roles many moons ago was a volunteer programs director with a volunteer center in Wisconsin. So I brought that to the table with me, and it's a role that I loved, and it's a role that I've been in similarly here at ActivateGood for a very long time.
That's right. Now, Rose, as you probably know, is coming into the executive director role from being our senior programs manager. So Rose definitely knows all of our programming and everything we do at ActivateGood inside and out, making her, in my opinion, and yours should be too, the perfect executive director for ActivateGood and its next phase. In getting ready to welcome Rose to this position, we put out a call to you all to send in some questions that you wanted to ask Rose as she's taking on this new role. So let's get into some of those questions now. And our first question is from our friend Betsy, who asks, well, first she says, welcome to ActivateGood. Thank you, Betsy. Not rehearsed. And she asks, what has been your most meaningful volunteer experience and why?
Betsy, there have been so many, and I know you are, and I know you've been a part of some of them on this particular day. So our very first 9/11 Day of Service that I was a part of back in 2013 was epically huge. We had a massive evening event at Red Hat Amphitheater. Our team worked for months to plan that event as well as coordinate so many projects happening out in the community that day. And it was just so meaningful to see all of it come together with just our tiny team at the helm. I think there were just 3 of us at the time.
I think that's right, yeah. And then board members and
yes,
volunteers.
And a handful of volunteers supporting our work, of course. But to see it all come together and see that many people just out in the community taking time to give back in honor of those lost that day really was powerful to be a part of that. And I basically cried my entire drive home just from the overwhelm of how amazing it was to see what was accomplished. I think we had a nice group cry at the end of the night too.
The sheer exhaustion.
Yeah, exhaustion and just amazingness. And then every year that day has come to mean something so much more to me personally. Just being able to be a part of seeing so many people come together from so many different walks of life that want to do good in the name of those lost and feel that spirit of unity that, we all felt if we were alive on that day, when that happened, we all felt that. And to have that feeling again, just to overcome so many divides and put it aside to honor those folks, it just really means a lot. And I'm gonna get choked up. Yeah. I'm not gonna cry on camera today. But that day for sure, it just really hits home with me every year. I love being a part of coordinating it and seeing, what can be done.
All right, so our next question is from Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And Cindy wonders, given your knowledge of ActivateGood, what should ActivateGood do more or less of? Well, I feel we should do more of what we're doing right now because we know it's working. We have evaluated our programs, our strategies are strong, our team is amazing. I would love to keep them around. So definitely much more capacity building to maintain what we are already doing very well. And case in point, one of our programs, the Elevate Schools Project. Mm-hmm. If you're not aware of that, you can help Title I schools across Wake County that really just need a lot of community love and support right now. And we just opened applications and we had 30 schools apply. We had 17 apply last year. Given our capacity right now, we can only take on 6 for the next year's cohort. So if we could grow our team, there are no limits to the amount of good that we could be doing. So I would love to just be able to pour more love into the programs that we already have. They are working, they are wonderful. The impacts have just been phenomenal over the years through that program and all of our others. So I'd love to just build upon what we have and build upon our infrastructure. Yeah.
It's been a little lean over the years, gotta make ends meet. But we need to just build up our capacity and build up awareness of all that we do so that folks can help support all these programs and get more love out to the community where it's needed most.
Yeah, that investment in infrastructure is so important. I mean, for all nonprofits and, for ours to make sure that we can keep doing this work for a long time under Rose's leadership.
Indeed.
Okay, so we had a couple of our friends ask pretty similar questions. So we're combining them into our final question for today. This is from Bernard and Mindy. They ask, what is your vision for Activate Good if different from the vision already in place? And also, what does capacity building mean to you?
Oh, it's a two-part.
It's a two-parter.
All right. Well, first, I just want to say it truly is an honor to be in this role. No one could ever fill the shoes of our fearless founder here. So my dream is to carry out the legacy that you've already built a foundation for. And that has been at the core of my work for the last 11 years with this organization. I think our whole team has remained really mission driven and been solid, and I want to just carry that forward. And I know our team does as well. And talking to them, everyone is here for carrying our mission forward and transformative volunteerism in the Triangle forward. So that is my vision. I want to remain purpose driven and just really hone in on all that's building in my heart for Activate Good and has been there for this whole decade plus with you. And we know your next chapter is going to be absolutely amazing, whatever you do, and we're all here for it 110%. So looking forward to seeing what becomes of you.
Thanks, Rose.
It will be amazing. Everyone knows this. And capacity building, oh boy, that is a loaded question because it means a lot. It means, again, going back to our infrastructure and really building upon that. Gosh, there's so much that we need internally just to keep us going. So it means that. It means strengthening partnerships that we have built over years with our community partners and our stakeholders and so many wonderful corporate partners that have supported our work and our Triangle Business for Good members. So just carrying on those relationships, but also building new ones. I'm always shocked by the number of people who don't know what Activate Good is when I talk to them. And over time, it seems a lot of our outreach has been word of mouth, which has been excellent. I mean, we have grown in leaps and bounds, 21,000 plus volunteer signups just last year.
Yep.
Compared to 15 before. So it's, we're growing. Our volunteer community is growing and doing amazing things. And, to keep that growth, we just really need to hone in on the capacity building, the infrastructure, strategizing our partnerships, and so much more. I could talk about capacity building ad nauseum, but I won't do that to you all today. If you have ideas, though, bring them to me.
Yes. So I don't know about you, but I am fired up hearing all about what Rose has planned. And I'm just curious, if people are excited to help, and I know you are, what can they do? How can they jump in?
Well, we can't do what we do without oodles of community support. So that is what we need. If you feel compelled to contribute to our mission, we would love to have your hands, your time, your dollars. Again, we need to grow our capacity. Our team truly could be triple in size and be doing so much good work out in the Triangle. So, I also welcome any ideas our volunteer community may have and our partners may have here with a listening ear anytime. But we would love to just grow our partnerships. There are so many institutions out there. That's where the people power is. So we'd love to work with more churches, more colleges, more businesses to really grow and help meet the needs that are out there in the community. And if you're not already, sign up to volunteer on our website, please do that. If you're not already part of our youth programs and you have youth ages 5 to 18, we have 2 awesome programs, our Youth Volunteer Corps and Activate Kids. And if you are a company and you're passionate about corporate social responsibility, consider joining our Triangle Businesses for Good program to connect with others who are like-minded. There's just so much that folks could do to help support our mission, and I hope they do that because we need that support right now more than ever with our founder departing us.
Aww. Well, I hope that if you would love to connect with Rose, reach out. I'm sure, as we've just said, Rose is ready and able to connect with you. So thank you for sharing more about what you've got in your brain and your heart going forward for Activate Good, and I cannot wait to see what happens next.
Thank you for having me be a part of this team for as long as you have. It's been pure joy right alongside with you.
Thanks, Rose.
Okay.